So guys, what do you know about Immanuel Kant and his teachings on how we should live our lives?
Well, I know he's a famous philosopher, but I'm not quite sure what he believed about how we should do that.
Well, Joe, Immanuel Kant believed that we should all strive to live a moral and ethical life. He believed that our actions should be guided by reason and that we should treat others as we would like to be treated.
That's right, Donald. Kant believed that we should all act as if our actions would become universal laws. In other words, we should only do things that we would be willing to have everyone else do as well.
That makes sense. So what kind of things should we be doing in order to live a moral and ethical life according to Kant's teachings?
Well, Joe, we should always be truthful, honest, and act with integrity. We should never do anything that would cause harm to others or treat them unfairly.
And Biden, we should always act in accordance with the categorical imperative, which is the guiding principle of Kant's ethical theory. This means that we should always do what is right, regardless of the consequences.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to live up to. How can we make sure we're always doing the right thing?
Well, Joe, it's not always easy, but we can start by being mindful of our actions and considering the impact they have on others. We should also be willing to learn and grow and admit when we've made a mistake.
That's right, Trump. It's important to always be self-reflective and strive to be a better person. And we can take inspiration from Kant's belief that we all have the capacity for reason and the ability to make rational choices.
That's really inspiring, guys, but what about when it's hard to do the right thing? What do we do then?
Well, Joe, it's not always easy to do the right thing, but that's where our moral compass comes in. We should always listen to our conscience and make decisions based on what we know to be right, even if it's difficult.
And Joe, it's also important to have a support system, whether that's friends or family or a community that shares our values. We can rely on each other for support and guidance when we're faced with tough decisions.
I see, that makes sense. Thanks for explaining all of this to me, guys.
No problem, Joe. It's always good to learn something new and strive to live a more meaningful life.
That's right, Donald. And it's important to remember that we're all in this together. We should all strive to be good people and make the world a better place.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to take on the world with all this philosophy in my head.
All right, Joe, just remember to take your medication first.